Come on, get your fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
It's the fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
Come and get your fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
It's the fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
Come and get your fix.
Come on, get a fix of the culture. Come on, get your fix of the culture.
Tap in. The Fix LA. Come get your fix of the culture.
Check. Welcome to the Fix LA. We're back for another week. We're back for another episode. This is episode 48. Dang, it's crazy we did this many episodes.
I just leave out what number it is.
You know what? We at episode 49, so that way if it ain't 48, then it's 49.
Right, just keep whichever episode.
This
it is.
episode 50. We made 50 episodes, God. So it doesn't
my
really
God,
matter.
it don't
Anyway,
matter. Just stay
Happy to
tuned
be a
in.
part of it.
we got the squad with us today. We got my boy Miles Jones.
You already know.
We got Deja Vu in the building.
What's up, Boo?
And we got the legendary Patty in the building as our special guest.
Thank you guys for having me today.
No problem. Thank you for pulling up, sharing some time with us today. And of course, I go by the name of Keon the Hustler.
The Hustler.
I've been gone for a little minute, but I'm back in town.
We back with the jump off.
Had to spend some time back in Texas, in Louisiana.
Okay.
So if my accent's strong, just know it was some good times ahead.
It's always good to hear the sound.
But let's get right into it. How y'all been doing? How was y'all week last week?
Week was great.
Busy.
No complaints.
Busy. I think I need to catch up on my sleep.
Yeah, sleep is the most important thing you can get.
Yes.
Is there anything special you did last week you want to share?
Yes, I think I was back to back doing events.
Yeah.
I recently signed a couple of people to my roster, so I didn't know it was gonna be that crazy. Yeah. So I definitely been out and about.
Yeah, you overdue for a nap. Probably too. Miles, what you had going last week, man?
Man,
I heard about you in them streets.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. I don't want you to hear about that sounds really crazy.
Nah, I'm messing with you,
Nah.
man.
But he's
I
not even
did.
posting on IG.
Oh,
You know what?
I mean, he on the
I
list.
just posted live, so tune in.
Hey, now.
I went to Bone Thugs yesterday at the Novo.
Oh, I had tickets for that. I didn't go.
Yeah, talked to Corrupt.
Okay.
Shout out Corrupt.
Nice.
Talked to Lil Easy.
Okay.
Shout out Lil Easy. And the week, beginning of the week, I went to the Novo again for Snoop and Cordell's birthday. Well, Cordell's birthday, but I think it was Rhyme and Rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope. Or Rhythm and Rhyme. They was joking about that. Like, hey, man, what goes first? Rhyme and Rhythm or the Rhythm and Rhyme? Mike Epps. Shout out Mike Epps. But, yeah, man. And, worked. I work for a school.
Okay.
I do maintenance at a school.
Okay.
My day shift.
Yeah.
E40 said you got to have a day shift and a night shift.
Hey, now. Get how you live.
But it was cool, man. It was very hustle. I hustled a lot. I was trying to think of a hustle linguistic. I couldn't think of it. You saw the struggle?
Boo, what you had going on, Boo?
Oh, she got to make me sound like Dougie Fresh or something.
Just work, it's been work.
And
work,
shout out to
work,
you.
Work.
Shout out to you because I pulled up the Black House on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been trying to go, but I finally made it.
Karaoke vibe.
Karaoke
It was so
vibe. I
fun.
ran into Vu there.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
And
ran into. Yeah, I pull up for me.
I like where food work. It's dope.
So shout out to Black House. Shout out to Songbird. Every Thursday is going down in there. They
Oh,
have
she
some
singing?
people who be singing.
She singing?
Yeah.
She hosted?
Yeah, she hosting and singing. So
Oh, I know she killing it.
hey, she doing little concerts in between.
What?
I was sitting next to her.
Between.
I was sitting next to her eating, and then I heard somebody sing. I said, "Okay, I didn't know we was coming like that." So
Yeah.
shout out to her.
Songbird don't play.
Did you sing?
Oh no! I'm retired.
He made a guest appearance.
I just make appearances.
okay.
That's all I can do.
He made
Now, if you need
appearance.
somebody to talk, that's me. But other than that, nah.
We had to pay him when he got there.
Yeah.
Give him the rest of the
Now,
balance.
if you catch me out of 10, I sing whatever you want to. I sing hard out.
How was
Crazy.
the pasta?
Oh, that was good. I can't lie. I thought about that yesterday. I said, can I go back?
Absolutely.
But that's a little drive for me. Coming from Culver City, that's a little drive. So I'm pass on it. But the last month, I was down there in Houston, Beaumont, New Orleans.
You was moving.
The amount of food and the amount of miles, I don't know which one I had more of. Driving back and forth.
I'm weak. Food versus miles, not knowing.
Nah, it was crazy. But shout out to my people. We had Mardi Gras in New Orleans, so I was down there for that.
Oh
That's
wow.
So, you know, that's a time by
No,
itself.
that was
I
fun.
missed
Fucking
it.
love New Orleans.
And then we backdoor. We had a wedding for the family, so it was like 450 plus guests.
How was the weather? How was the weather?
Wow.
It was great. It was
It
great.
was good?
It rained a couple times.
Okay.
But other than that, no, it was
Cause
solid.
this is like their rainy season.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
is this time for
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
So I heard I missed the rain here too.
Oh yeah, it was like a river storm.
Yeah, I don't need none of that. I'm glad
I
I
don't
was out
even-
here.
Not
never
this
even-
week. A little bit, right?
Yeah, it was
Like
just a
other
little.
weeks we-
Yeah, rain
we
Saturday,
had
I
rain.
think.
Yeah,
They
it's
were
stormed
scaring
before that.
everybody.
Yeah. See, I
Yeah,
can't-
ain't no storms like the storms in the south though.
Yeah, because them, it's a flood, it's a tornado. You got the thunderstorm coming down, and they telling you a hurricane on the way. So you don't know where to pack, swim, run, find the boat. What's going on?
Right, and it's dark in 12 o'clock.
Right.
That's wild.
What y'all been jamming though? You got any music y'all been jamming?
Oh man,
Carol
Boo, you
G.
wanna?
Carol G. Hey, shout out to Carol G. Carol G be having them vibes.
Wasn't she? Was she just on tour?
Yeah, she's still on tour in
Oh, still
Central
on tour.
America.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. She's doing her thing.
I've been jamming that Mexican OT. He dropped a new album, so shout out to him.
Okay.
Texas Technician, Sweetie. That song Rich
yes.
Tivities.
Okay.
Oh, I like
Okay.
it.
That's my
I put
jam.
it on my,
Yeah.
my story.
Jam.
Most definitely.
Quavo Himothy.
Mm.
That's another vibe. And
And
then,
Heffany.
huh?
Why is everybody remixing these names?
I'm not messing with you today,
And then
boo.
the other one is Do It by Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign. That's my jam too.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, with the juvenile vibes. at
Man,
the
Ty
end.
Dolla $ign,
No,
go.
I like the one with the Nip. You heard the one with Nip and YG and
That
Tom?
was
I forgot the name of that.
I think
one.
that was Do It.
That probably is do it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it is
that's
do it. It is do it.
That's
Yep.
What y'all been jamming? Y'all got anything y'all been jamming?
I for sure still been jamming "Love on Mars" by my guy Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Shout out Mars.
I wrote a project on the album, but it's like
Wow.
it's a super vibe. It's just
Is
super.
that right?
Yeah, it's love.
Don't be
it's called
humble,
Love
pop
on
your
Mars,
shit.
but it's
Pop
a
your
vibe.
shit.
I wrote the Make the
Yeah.
Trouble with
Pop your own
Mars.
collar.
Okay.
Slow Motion by Black Butterfly is out now.
So
Black
jam-
Butterfly.
Yes.
She doing good.
She has been a guest on our show.
Oh,
but her
shout
record,
out.
Slow Motion is out now. Y'all, please run that up as well. Tony sent me his playlist. You know, I always do my
Yeah.
gospel and
Yeah.
always. So he sent me his playlist called
What
The
Tone got?
Anointing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Jones. He's not here
Okay.
today, but yeah, his playlist is
Oh.
my gospel vibe.
So, Miles, you been listening to anything new over there?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I just
He
been
didn't
bumping
put
Pimp C.
anything.
I just been bumping
Hey,
Pimp
I'm
C,
proud of
solely
you.
Pimp C.
I'm
solely
proud of you.
Pimp C this week, and a little bit of Big Boy and Outkast.
Okay.
Okay.
I took
like
it. I've
that.
been. I'm always listening
like
to throwback
that.
tracks.
I love Big Boy.
Anytime you say Pimp C, we
Pimp C, man.
Now,
I mean Outkast, and yeah.
you know, when I think of Outkast, I think a lot of their older stuff, and I think a lot of throwbacks.
That's your favorite.
Now,
man.
well, you know, of course, I like the original album, and then what was the joint album they had?
Love Below Speaker Box.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
Andre and Big Boy together, that what they've done is just it's unmatched.
I like that.
I love
like
them.
that.
I love Outkast.
Man,
I reference them in a few bars that I've
Yeah.
dropped. Yeah,
I randomly sing "Roses Really Smell Like Boo Boo."
they really do. Yeah, you find that out. You find you.
No, back.
You soon, yeah, you
You know how
find it
many
out
times
in
I
life.
smelled the rose trying to smell it? I was like, nah, I just can't smell the boo boo in the rose. I'm glad I can't.
It's okay.
It's a say. It's just a.
You a rose out of Pasadena.
It's just a. Right, City of Roses,
Hey,
was
man.
trying hard.
Mr. City of Roses.
Hey, Outkast is like the new Beatles
I can't see that. All right.
in a way.
Why?
I just think so.
I just think
Or maybe like the Dungeon Family in a sense. Like
Okay.
they're in a lane of their own.
exactly.
I love them.
Now,
Shout out to
You
Outkast.
can't see that. You can't see how Outkast is the new Beatles.
nah, man.
It's they the Beatles and two people.
Yeah, but when I think of the Beatles, I think of like
A group.
that international
So who would that be?
superstar group that's just crushing
Like
it,
the
killing
Arctic
it.
Monkeys.
I'd have to think,
Arctic
man. What's a
Monkeys.
group that's like,
Shout out Arctic Monkeys.
as far as a hip hop group that's like
Oh.
killing it like that? Because when I think of like major groups in the last
Wu-Tang?
5, 6 years, I think of like
Right.
BTS. You know,
BTS
Yeah.
did.
That-
BTS went crazy.
Yeah, they had them numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. They ain't being touched.
Yeah. So, but speaking of throwbacks, I've been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Really?
They just did the live action on Netflix.
really?
Oh yeah, on Netflix.
Crazy.
Didn't they
Live
come out, didn't
action.
Yeah, live action. It's to the T. Now the story, some of the things about the story are a little different, but the people.
It's to the T.
That makes me want to watch.
Tell me,
Now
did
I'm
they have it
intrigued.
already?
No, this is new. This is brand new.
The last Airbender.
Yeah,
But it's live action.
it's live action. It's based on a
What was
cartoon.
the first one though.
Yeah, I
The
see
first
that
He
one.
might be
live
thinking about
action.
the movie.
I'm thinking about the movie.
They made a movie, but it was trash. So
I
now
never seen
they,
It was
movie.
trash. The movie wasn't that trash.
nobody really liked the
No,
movie.
it was
I
I remember
trash.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm just a movie buff.
And then I'm happy that the strike is over and everything with the actors and stuff like that because we got Abbott Elementary back. So shout out to them. I can watch that every
What's
week.
the girl?
You
Created it. I mean, who's the?
talking about Quentin Brunson?
Yes.
Hey, she been winning all the awards.
Her come up has just been amazing. If you was following her from like the beginning with her
Yeah, a large.
post, yes, a large. When you got money, yeah, her rise is just so dope.
Not only her, but the girl. Have y'all seen The Bear? They show The Bear.
No,
So The
I
Bear.
heard of it, but I ain't seen it.
So the show is basically about this guy who was basically went to school, had like he was working at this Michelin star restaurant doing his thing. Someone passes away and he has to come in and take over that business. And so he's basically has like this rundown restaurant he's bringing back and getting people in. So he hires this woman who's like a young chef to come in and kind of help out. And so when you watch the story, it's crazy.
what is it on?
It's on everything. I think you can watch it on Hulu. I think
Oh, it's on the streaming platform.
Yeah, it's on the streaming platform. It's on the streams. It's either on Hulu or Netflix. I'm not 100 percent
thought
sure.
it was like
It's a
on
series. Yeah,
the-
it's a series.
channel.
Freebie.
I don't think it's on Freebie, man. Hey, what's crazy is I just
Not on
found out.
Tubi.
I just found out about Freebie.
Hey, Freebie is
gotta
the
put
stuff.
your-
Tubi's nice.
Hey, my
Did
mom
you know?
love Freebie.
I heard Fox owns Tubi. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, that
I
shook
love
me.
They
Tubi.
secretly got a
I like
a hit.
Tubi.
Yeah, I rock with it.
Patty, your dad tuned in.
So,
Hi, Dad.
Miles, now you told me you've been eating good,
Oh yeah, man. I stay eating good. man.
but where?
I eat from the Garden of Eden.
Is that a woman or?
Wow.
He said, "Is that a
See,
woman?"
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I gotta say few words. Yes, I eat good.
Okay.
Whoa.
That
Okay.
can we take? Okay.
See,
Okay.
I eat well. I'm a good eater.
Are you?
Thank you. I can't escape.
Our
this.
female fans are going crazy.
Are
I
you?
can't escape.
Are you?
So what have you been
He's
eating, Miles?
bragging.
Yeah, at this point.
You know what I've been eating?
Right. You flexing.
I've been eating. I ain't gonna lie. A fire spot that has good vegan food. They have regular food too, but it's vegan as well. Is Earl's. I gotta shout Earl's out on Crenshaw because, you know, I'm a native of Cali and LA, and
Yeah, LA.
Earl's be they crack.
Hey,
They do.
that whole little corner over there, Earl's.
Yes.
And then right next door is
Louisiana-
Orleans and York.
Orleans and York.
That's my spot.
I like them too.
So shout out to them for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Louis-
Orleans and
Louis
York.
and
I
York is-
mostly go to the one on Florence, but I love Orleans and York. I get the shrimp and oyster poke
Fire.
boy,
I always get
and
the
I gotta have extra sauce.
I get the catfish and shrimp platter, but I get it with the dirty rice.
The
Because-
catfish, is it vegan catfish or is it?
You don't look vegan.
Patty said he don't look vegan. He
Thank
just
you,
came
Patty.
back from.
Thank you.
You know
He just came back from Mardi Gras.
I will shoot
Vegan.
the animal down, cut it up, clean it up, and cook it myself. I'm the
He
first
cooked
thing
it
from
down.
vegan.
Hey, I need to know this though.
The
Wait.
alligator.
Gator bites?
Gator bites.
Man.
Gator bites.
Hey, how did that gator taste?
Amazing.
Like
Did
chicken.
it taste like chicken?
It tastes like chicken
It's
with
fishy?
with the consistency of fish.
I knew it.
Yeah, you can get that here. I go get gator bites here all the time.
I had bison.
Wow.
Yeah. You can go to I believe Rockin' Cajun got them
I went to what's the other one that it's in
in Redondo Beach.
Nah, it's out there in the IE, but it's a place where they sell like hunting gear.
Okay.
But you can also it's a restaurant too. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, put me on that one.
But they sell alligator bites too. It's my first time eating alligator
Wow.
before.
Yeah,
Never had
Tastes
them.
like shrimp until I found out what it was. And I was like, man, it kind of fucked
I'm gonna
everything.
tell you a good.
Gonna fuck everything
A
up.
good bison is good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You had bison before?
bison burgers are good.
Before I became vegan, vegetarian, and all that. Bison.
You've had ostrich?
No,
Ostrich burger.
That's some real southern shit right there.
Almost did.
Very. They way over
I
there.
feel bad.
I've had most animals
I
you
feel
can
bad.
think of.
Really?
They real down by the river.
Raccoon, deer, rattlesnake, jackrabbit.
I would
Yeah, I've
kill
had.
an ostrich.
Damn.
When you kill an ostrich, it really looks horrific. You know what I mean?
It kind of look like a big turkey.
Yeah, but the way they so active, it's like killing them. It's like kind of gruesome.
It's a real fight.
It's a
Cut it up, break it down, cook all the
it's a
same.
sight, exactly.
right. So we mentioned we had a special guest today.
Oh yes.
And we would not be doing anyone who watches the show justice if we didn't have an interview and find out a little more about you, share who you are, and then ask some questions that we've been dying to ask you.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Miles Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Mouse.
Yes.
Real formal. He gave your resume name.
You right.
He gave you a whole government.
Professional for a
Miles
second.
Jones.
Mister.
Man, we
Anthony,
got.
Anthony.
He
We
made
got.
you a teacher.
I know. He just. Yeah, he did. It's okay. I work at a school.
Talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Patty Ponduce in the house.
Woo!
All the way from where?
From West Covina,
Okay.
now.
Originally from.
Anaheim.
And you're
But I'm from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
That's what you was waiting for.
That's what I was waiting for.
Sorry.
And she was messing with me. She was playing.
Represent the cities.
You know what I wanted to hear.
I was thinking.
She going all the way back.
I was
Yeah,
like,
she
how
goes-
many?
Yeah.
I was
Where
wondering.
you get your electronics from? Best Buy.
I,
And where
I
else?
was wondering
Circuit
how many
City.
cities she was gonna say. Montebello,
Yeah.
Alhambra. Like, okay,
Norwalk.
wait a minute.
Garden Grove, Buena Park.
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, she named everything. I was like, I know one of these got to be her.
Right.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna get there.
Uh-huh.
So what's good, Patty?
Nothing. I'm here. I'm excited. I seen you guys' podcast, and you know, a lot of you are musicians, DJs. You know,
Yeah.
everything. So it's cool to have the PR perspective, the marketing, networking, something that you guys need.
That's what you do?
Absolutely.
Not-
PR?
That's what I do.
Yeah?
Yes.
I
That's
think
dope.
I think it's pretty dope. Just looking over the bio real quick. We have here a Costa Rican born event planner and public figure known for her impressive work connecting influencers and brands. With a background in marketing and management, she transitioned her career from healthcare to the beauty industry before finding her niche in public relations with Bobby D Presents and Snoop's team, right? Mm-hmm. Dope. So Patty's reputation for excellence and her ability to deliver exceptional results have made her a sought-after choice for collaborations and endorsements. Ooh, okay, so you getting you pulling
Right,
them dollars,
right,
Patty. Hold on.
right.
Gotta sit a little closer. Passionate about her work, she emphasizes the importance of enjoying what you do, networking extensively, and always delivering on promises. That's super key. I will say that's super key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In summary, Patty excels in creating impactful experiences and is sponsored by numerous brands. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Patty in the building.
PR.
That's right.
Now, Patty, one thing I want to know, you know, in life, we start on a journey, things happen, we transition. What was that transition like, going from healthcare to beauty to public relations?
Oh my God. I think it was crazy. If you would have told me I would have be working with the people I would listen to when I was in high school, I'd be like, haha, yeah, right. Like, but it was, you know what? I think God made me really uncomfortable. I think that's what it was.
That's
God
when
made
you-
me really, really uncomfortable because I wasn't like moving up. I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I always had that in me, the business side, the planning, the putting events together. So it was already in me. And I just didn't seem to move up anywhere. So one time I was just like, you know, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna just start some business, something. And I said, I'm gonna do eyelashes, which I never did.
She said, yeah, we're going to
But
transition.
that was the excuse, and
Yeah.
God making me uncomfortable. Like he was like, "What are you doing here? Like
Yeah.
you could do so much more." And I could see, because you know, when you want to do something, if it doesn't flow right and there's all this like obstacles, something's not right.
You're not supposed to be there.
So yeah, I'm not. And as much as you try to force things, when they're not for you, they're just not for you.
Right.
And working corporate or working like where I was working, there was so many obstacles. Like, hey, I'm trying to go up, but then I would see like the injustice. It's like in every business, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Correct. The connections.
Yes, because I kept seeing everybody go up, and I'm like, why am I working so hard? I'm not even going up.
Right.
So I was just giving up. And a lot of people just go through that. They just don't want to try no more. And then I said, maybe this is not for me. This is not where I'm supposed to be. And sure enough, it wasn't where I was supposed to be, because I was supposed to be here.
So you went from that world, and then you went to, you said eyelashes.
Yes.
Okay. And then so how did you go from eyelashes to the event side of things?
You know what? I met back in the days. Not they don't do that no more. There were street vendors, like people that will sell tickets on the street.
Yes.
Because you want to save those Ticketmaster fees,
Right.
like because
Right.
they were crazy.
Right.
So every time there's a concert, or there used to be, the promoters will give their street team like
The
tickets,
tickets.
Right.
sell.
Right.
So I met somebody like that through a friend.
Okay.
He's like, oh, you know what? I know you're doing your eyelash thing and you go live every day. I know a promoter that might need your help. He has a lot of shows. He's always like doing the best shows, but he doesn't have any social media presence. He doesn't have a host. Maybe you can help him. And I was like, yes. And then when he showed me the flyers, like he works with Keith Sweat, Ice Cube, Snoop, I was like, wow, this is like my time,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
from 1986. So, like, oh,
So these are
wow.
all your people.
Even though I'm Latin, because a lot of people look at me and they're like, oh, no, she's Latina. She's just like Latin. She don't know. No, I know. You know?
Right.
And
Don't
I
play
was
Patty.
I know, okay.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Miles knows, because one time I was like, oh, you know about R. Kelly? What the hell's wrong with you?
I said, don't do her.
That's
Don't
what
do
Miles
her.
would say.
Don't do her.
Disrespectful.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, go ahead and introduce me. We could do something.
Right.
But he didn't introduce me. He just wanted to meet with me every week to maybe hook up with me or something.
Yeah.
But God works his divine way. And one time I was on Facebook and it said, people you may know, Bobby D
Wow.
appear magically there. And I sent a friend request. And he approved it.
Wow.
And then I sent him a Facebook Messenger about wanting to meet and da-da-da. I didn't tell him that story about his street promoter.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows to this day.
Oh,
I didn't
my
even want to
God.
bring it
Oh,
up.
wow.
But I do tell people about him. But
Yeah.
I didn't tell him. And then, we met and we've been here all these years.
Y'all been cool ever since.
How long
Yeah.
ago was that?
Origin story.
That was 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So like, for example, like you're talking about switching from corporate to trying to find your way. I was with corporate for about 7.5 years, and the same thing you went through. Like you're doing your thing, but you're just not seeing that upward motion.
Yeah.
And then one day you come to that fork in the road and you say, "Yeah, I'm out." So I came to that road, and so now that I've been DJing and doing stuff now, it's been a drastically change, and it's like out of nowhere. You're like, wow, what is going on? But that's how you're just finding your way. That's why I asked you that question. I always find it dope when people go through those transitions in life, because those are hard times. Everything's been going one way, and you have to sit with yourself and say, hey, I need to do something different. But in order to do something different, you got to make some different choices.
Right.
And
some
it's
tough
hard
choices.
for a lot of people because financially you don't even know if you can even take that risk. Or,
Right.
Yes.
Or were
It's
you even
definitely
gonna
a
end
blind
up-
leap of faith.
Yeah, it's like, oh, should I do this or not? And then just the courage to do it.
Yeah.
So Patty, how did you? Now that we heard your origin story, how you go from there to the "I Want to Thank You" tour with Snoop?
So, at that time, now we, like, skipping forward, we've been working, doing the concerts, doing the media, da-da-da. And then all of a sudden, Bobby has a meeting with Snoop, and they decide they're going to partner up and form Uncle Snoop's Army. And, they're going to do some shows together. So, that's it. But then during that time, he's like, I'm going to drop an album. I think it was after 10 years that he didn't drop anything. And I was like, oh, my God, that's so cool. And, he's been coming to our concerts. We already seen him, or we go to the shows. But this time, he was going to drop an album. And Bobby was his booking, like, agent, like, because he already had, like, a whole team. He has a big team, by the way.
Right.
He has, like, the manager for this, the tour manager for that, da-da-da. But for that particular album, he wanted Bobby to do the shows, like the tour.
Yeah.
So then I told him, hey, why don't we do, like, a whole, like, media, like, a whole, like, press, everything.
Like a campaign
like,
for a whole campaign.
Everything, like, go loud is 10 years. He's like, okay, let's do it. Let me run it with him and his camp. And of course they're skeptical. Of course they're like, nah, like, no. But Snoop loves Bobby, so of course he's gonna run with it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he said yes, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, here we go. Look,
Here we
now
go.
the show begins.
So
All the pressure on me. I'm this Latina girl, like whatever. And then they give me the worst date. They give me like a day, the weekend of Thanksgiving,
Oh, wow.
to do the this like the press of the album, and I'm like, damn, they really want me to fail for sure. Like, because a lot of media were out of town that week. They're
Black
leaving.
Friday and stuff.
They're leaving to celebrate
People doing their thing.
Thanksgiving, and I was like, oh my god, geez. And it don't matter if it's Snoop Dogg or Martin, the president. A lot of people are just out, even if they want to be there, but somehow we pull it off. And my neck was on the line because I remember he told me, you better not embarrass me. Like, you better.
Wow.
I was
Bro was like,
wow.
this for all us.
Hey, so
Yeah.
knowing that, like, do you ever get starstruck working with these big celebrities, or like what is it that you go through? Do you go through surreal moments, or are you used to it?
Unfazed.
No, not at all. Not one.
They're just clients.
They're just people, or like I see them, or I'm happy to see them, or like, wow, like, but I don't get like stuck unless it's I'm like the biggest fan.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, unless you're a fan
But
of
if
them.
not, and I just see him like different. Like, we recently had Tyrese when he was coming last year for our, I think it was for our R&B Rewind or our Mother one, and he had come from doing the Fast and the Furious from another state. I think it was London or something, and he took that flight straight to the concert. He was tired.
Oh wow.
But we met him. He was nice. It was my first time like interacting with him so close, and that's cool. But I didn't get like, no, like I see everybody like. Just like if I see you or Miles,
Right.
like I see, I'm like,
Right.
okay, let's work, let's get this done.
Right.
So
Yeah,
now we
your
can
business.
chill, relax, and then
Right.
we can
Yeah,
talk
it's
about and reminisce and all that.
Right,
love
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So Patty, you being from Costa Rica, does that
Yeah.
does that have any, like, is Costa Rica like other Spanish speaking areas?
Well,
or
they
are
speak
they very
Spanish.
different?
Like, in Mexico, they speak Spanish. Salvador, Honduras, it's the same Spanish, but they just have some words like that are a little different. Like maybe how they pronounce straw, like they say something else, or the stroller they name but still Spanish.
Yeah.
Right.
So did any of it have an influence on what made you like this go-getter type of woman, just like to accomplish or to like make something out of nothing type
What
of?
was your driving force?
Right.
You know what? I think I'm such a hustler. Like, it's in me. Like, I don't want to be like comfortable. I like like even when I reach my goal, I'm like, what's the next one? Like, I don't like to stay still. Like so, and a lot of people have it, and some people don't, and that's okay.
You gotta be in you, not on you.
And with that, like, what has been like the biggest challenge in this career?
I think being a mom. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids, so it's hard to balance that.
Yes.
And it's like and then also when you don't have help like 100% from their dad, it makes it 10 times harder. So I think that's the challenge, like maybe like balancing the time, and then being a woman in this industry is hell of a hard, because sometimes I'm in a room full of men, and it's like, I mean, we still get underpaid. We still like, like,
Yeah.
And I pretty much have to be a man sometimes. I say it like that. Yeah.
In business, you do have to be a man, meaning
Yeah.
like there's no feelings involved.
Yeah.
Straight
You
to the
have to
point.
get business
you have
is
to
business.
operate in alpha energy or a male energy,
Absolutely.
like a male energy.
Yeah, and it's like
Absolutely.
men look at you, oh, maybe she's not feminine, or I'm scared to talk, but it's not. It's like I'm working, like
I'm here
like
for
make it
one
happen.
thing. Let's
Yeah.
get it done.
yeah, but yeah, I do have that personality, but because I had no other choice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're not Patty PR and you're not doing events or shows and things like that, what do you do in your spare time, your free time? Because it's all about work-life balance, right? So what do you do when you're just chilling?
I'm trying to learn that because it's hard. But when I'm not, I really, really enjoy being with my friends. Like, we go to brunch, like we hang out in the house, and we and do cookouts, or I'm with the kids, like we go out, or I just love to just be home and sleep and watch Netflix. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
Just
cool.
regular.
So how do you pick your clients, or do they come to you? Do you reach out to them, and how do you gauge like who do you want to work for or not?
That's a good question. Like, I've been blessed enough not to reach out lately. It's just people reaching out. But I had to learn to say no, or learn to be with maybe look at a client and decline because they're not ready. Oh, I don't want to work with you because you're not even investing in your own self.
Correct.
So why am I going to invest in you if you're not even investing on your own look, on your own music?
You'll be doing more work than them.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, you want at least have them at least going a little bit. You gotta have something going for yourself.
You gotta meet them. They gotta meet you somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's important because not all the money is like the best or not good. All good money is good money. Or I don't need like your $500 and you're gonna ask for work for that's worth $10,000. So I started like when I started, yes, of course I took a lot of people in regards to maybe kind of guiding them, structuring them. But now I rather take like bigger accounts and things that I can concentrate more and do less.
Because you
if
know
that
what to
makes
expect,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
And there's like an understanding as you move forward.
Yeah, like I really don't manage, but lately I'm managing like 2 or 3 influencers that they're like really big. So I can understand why a lot of people that manage a certain like TikToker or big celebrity don't manage more because it's a lot of work. You know, negotiating a deal, making sure their paperwork is online. Because this a lot of people don't even know what's an LLC, what's a tax, or do your taxes. Yeah, you're getting all this money, but you gotta pay at the end of the year.
Right, and you gotta keep track of that.
Yeah, and then I think the number one question is, I don't know how much to charge. I don't know how much I'm worth. I don't know how much I should charge for this, or what do I do?
Because it's really an industry that's kind of new. So like if I'm an influencer and a brand wants to work with me, it's kind of hard to say what I'm worth or what I can.
Because it's like, what is everybody else charging, so I can make sure my prices are appealing, or. But then you don't want to shortchange yourself either.
Correct.
So I can see that.
Yeah, that's why you have a manager,
right?
Or you have a PR, and then they'll help you.
Because they can look at, they can research industry and they can talk with other people and find out this is the going rate, this is the averages, things like that.
Yes.
So as far as like all the events you've done, I know you've done a lot of events. What would you say are your top 3 events
that I've done or
that you've
favorite
done
ones?
that you've done?
Well, definitely the Snoop that I want to thank me.
Okay.
And then I done like the downtown LA restaurants for a celebrity chef who's Latino. He's opened the Mama Por Dios.
Okay.
And then La Conde, and then the Culichi towns, like just me jumping into, that was scary for me, like jumping into from music to like doing grand openings for for restaurants and from somebody like
because there's a lot that goes into those grand openings.
Yeah, that people don't see.
Yeah.
And then I like that, and then I think now and then what's another one that I really like? I think when I do, I think mainly those 2.
Okay, not bad. Because how many events would you say you've done over the course of your career?
Maybe like 50, 60.
Okay, it's not bad. That's a lot of events though, especially considering all the work that goes into.
I was gonna say, and that, with her position,
yeah, because they're not. It's not like they're every week. It's like you got it's kind of spaced out.
Takes weeks to plan.
Right.
Yeah, but sometimes people want to plan it in a week or 2.
Trust me, I know.
And I done those, and it's very, very stressful. But I done it. Like recently, last week, I had to do a party for an influencer, and I only had 5 days to do it.
Wow.
But hey, it got done.
What would you say your biggest obstacle is? Time?
Maybe yes and no. Maybe just finding all the assets together.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you gotta really pull your resources and get favors, call favors in, and like really pull
those
all
favors.
your,
That's where those connections and resources come in.
Who you know matters.
It's who you know that matters. Yeah.
Right. So
Have you with you doing this? I don't know how closely you work with the clients or how much time spent together, but is it? Are you able to balance keeping it professional, or do you ever become friends? Or you end up like, has there ever been any attachment to your clients? Like you guys become friends, or you don't want to be because you want to keep it strictly professional? Does that challenge ever come?
Yes. Like right now, I have a few clients that we just keep it professional. That I said, this is what it is. This is what we're doing. But in the past, when I had some clients that we became friends, some of them I don't talk to no more because it's when you mix business and friendship and there's no clarity about,
there's no line.
This is a line. This is the cap that you wear as a professional or not, then it could go south. definitely.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's when some people involve the feelings side of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they think, oh, she's my friend, so she's gonna do more, or
I-
or
I-
I'm
Or
gonna
not
get
charge
this.
as much.
Yes.
I will get rid of you just as fast as I get rid of somebody I don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
And if it comes down to it, it's like, do you want a friend or do you want a client?
Right.
Which one would you rather? You know what I mean?
Right.
I think for the last person that I had an incident with, I told her, you know what, when I started seeing the signs, I said, you know what, we're starting to argue. I think we need to save the friendship. Let's take a break. You know what? Let's just be friends because it's not working out.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. And sure enough, it just didn't. Now we're
Yeah.
not even talking.
Wow. So
Yeah.
so Patty, before we we go and move on to the next segment, do you have anything coming up? Anything going on? Anything you want to shout out as far as next?
Well, I do have now my PR agency that I did. So
Okay.
even after with Bobby, I created my own PR agency.
Oh,
Congratulations.
dope! Congrats on that.
So it seems it's growing.
Okay.
So
That's so dope.
so I feel like that's a good thing, and I'm just continuing to do concerts this whole year. And then we'll see what comes. But yeah, definitely that. I'm
So-
going into the being more a booking agent now, and also I'm doing a lot of booking at clubs for certain clients.
And what part of, like, is it a certain area, region, city, town?
So right now, with some of our clients, we're staying here in California, but I definitely now want to concentrate on the East Coast.
Okay.
Kind of piggybacking off his last question, what is your goal overall? Like, where do you want this to go? What difference or impact do you want to make in this career? What do you want out of this when it's like all said and done?
I feel like I want to have like maybe like a big corporation when I make it to something like even bigger. I want to kind of sit back a little bit, but then show everybody that this is needed, because there's so many people. I get so many messages now this week about I don't know how to start or where to go. So I think that's important, having that.
So if you can tell anybody who's maybe sitting in their
Aspiring.
9 to 5 or aspiring to be, where you are and what you're doing, or even like Tony Jones says, your 17-year-old self. If you could talk to any one of those people, what would be some advice that you would give them?
Coming into this field.
I would tell them to take a risk, number one. And everyone's going to tell you no, like your parents, but just do it, because it might be the best decision you ever made.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go
Take
for
that
it.
leap of faith.
No. Now, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna stay right here.
Yeah.
I want to see these nails though. I'm sorry.
Y'all
I've been
think
watching them.
While you looking at her nails, I just wanted to chime in on something that you said.
What you got, Juice?
So one thing I wanted to ask her is like, what more do you work with? Do you work with more R&B artists or hip hop artists,
Or social media influencers.
or social media?
know
Like,
what?
what's the ratio like?
I'm working with Latin artists, influencers, and a lot of R&B and hip hop, but for booking.
Okay. And then second thing is, because I just want to just say this, I commend you on what you did earlier, but it reminded me of something I was listening to earlier on YouTube, and it was this guy, I forgot his name, I think it's like Myron Gibson or something like that. He talks about like money and how to make money through communications, right? And he said something like, you at the lower level, and then you get into management, but management is a good thing to get into because it teaches you communications, because really how you make money out here is through communications. But it reminded me of what you just said right now, because when you say you left your job and then you got into doing nails, and you was like, but God told me, lashes. But things like God kind of got me out of that because that wasn't meant for me. But I kind of hear like that was meant for you, because that got you out of that job. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then that got you in communicating with other people, because I just heard you say like you met Bobby through being on live.
Yeah.
So you was doing, so even speak on
Her
that real
path
quick.
was where she was headed the way she was supposed
You
to
was
go.
heading in that direction either way. So it was that work you was put, that was all part of that growth. You gave yourself those opportunities because you put yourself out there. And I think for anybody who need to know like how to make it or what's the first step to do, is what you did was just at least putting yourself in the forefront so people can even see, oh, who's this Patty girl? Like, she really out here. You know what I mean? Oh, she do lash and she's out here selling tickets. What else can she do? So I commend you on that, making
Thank
that
you.
move. You know what I'm saying? That was meant to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Going off that, Juice, I always say this: people can't buy what they can't see.
Facts.
Right?
There you go.
So if I go to the store and I got a product I like, if it ain't on the shelf, I can't buy it, right?
That part.
It's the same way with your skills, with your products, with your personality, with anything that you bring to the table that you want people to buy into. You can't have fans if you don't present anything to the world.
That part.
So when it comes down to your music
that's a word.
or your skills or anything like that, you have to put yourself out there and display yourself. So by you going on live, you're able to display a lot of different things,
Your personality,
which got you to where you are today.
Yes.
So that's dope that you brought that up, Juice.
Yes,
Like
sir,
that
sir.
movie, What Dreams May Come. Build it and they will come.
Facts.
Facts.
I
So
love it.
we're gonna get into some topics.
Yay.
Feel free to share
Yes.
your thoughts on any of these.
What's going on?
Let's go with the first things first. Wendy Williams documentary. Have y'all seen that?
Oh my
Man, it
gosh.
was sad.
Some snips.
It's sad, man.
I heard it's really sad. I haven't watched it, but yes, I've
Jeez.
seen snippets or I
Feel
hear people
sorry for
talking
this
about
woman,
it.
man.
Is this the one with Black China?
Yeah, I seen that.
That's
one.
the clip of
That's
her
the clips
visiting
I
her.
seen.
And
Oh.
her son also is on the documentary talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Health
thought I
is
heard
better
that
than
like
wealth.
he doesn't see her that often, or I don't know. I know she has like dementia.
I
But
was
he's
gonna
the
say
one
that,
on the conservatory ship.
So he manages everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He
Okay.
does.
So y'all can check that out. Bad Boys 4.
Oh,
So they just wrapped on Bad Boys 4.
I love it.
I am so excited about this.
It's looking like June is when it's going to release.
Hey, how's Martin doing?
He's doing well. He was just in that Super Bowl commercial. Did you see him in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it.
It was great. Yeah, it was great.
Good.
I absolutely loved all the Bad Boys.
Yeah, me
I remember when I lived in Atlanta, they filmed Bad Boys across from my apartment.
Which one?
Really?
Probably the
Which
last
Bad
one.
The
Boy?
last one.
The last
the
one.
three. So like I got to see them
What?
blow up the stuff.
Shut up.
I was walking on set, so like it was across. They had a chicken place called Zaxby's. So literally, I would walk to Zaxby's and get some food sometimes because it's across the street. So one time I'm coming back, I walked through the set on purpose, and they had like a security guard. He's an older guy, and I said, "Are you Will stand-in?" And he said, I'm security. I
Here
said,
you go.
"Yeah, we
Why
need you to
gotta mess with this man. Why are you messing with this old man?
Hey, I said, no, we need you for the stand. And he said, no, I can't act. I could just do security. I said, oh, man, you let me down.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you messing with this man? Go home, man.
Hey, he looked so nervous. I was like, it's all right, man. We'll find somebody.
Like
You just walking through. You
I'm
not
just
even-
walking through with
talent scout.
with a bag of chicken in my hand. Hey,
not
but
messing with you,
but it was dope. Like I got to stand on my balcony and I'm watching them like shoot certain
Wow. Did you
see
scenes
Will and-
with the
and
helicopter.
Martin?
Well, I ain't got eagle vision, but I can see the helicopter, somebody dangling or something being blown up.
Wow.
So that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, I love
so
the whole franchise of Bad Boys.
yeah.
What's your
I love
favorite
Martin.
though?
I love Will.
What's your favorite?
I'm torn between 1 and 2.
A couple of grape sodas.
Couple of grapes. So he said,
That's the best right there.
I'm torn between the 2.
Look at your
But one-
pupils.
But I'm torn between 1 and 2. 1 obviously is such a classic. It
Yeah.
set the tone.
Yeah.
I know 2. The budget for 2 was like
Way bigger.
that. Yeah.
They have faith in him.
I like 2 better. That's my call.
I like the
2 better.
climax. I like the climax of 2
Yeah.
when like the phone call with his sister
Yeah.
and they see the body language of Martin and Will, and then the
Yeah.
other partners came in and they like the climax of it and how they like. I just loved it. The
My
one
favorite
guy
was that
called his
Rasta
brother.
scene when they was busting in the trap house in the
He said,
Rasta
the devil
scene.
is not welcome here.
Welcome here.
You gotta call yourself the devil in his house. You know I know movies word for word.
How can he talk? He dead.
Hey, number 2 was the best.
Yeah, 2 was crazy.
I like second Fridays better than first Fridays.
Thank you.
Low key.
I feel
Second
that
half in
too.
the first.
What?
Next Friday?
It's cause of Mike.
Yeah.
It's because of Mike.
Mike.
Because of Mike.
It was more
Mike is
comical.
oh my god.
1 was more realistic.
Right.
2 was
But
more
2
comical.
I could relate to more.
Yeah.
2 was more comical.
Just because of Pasadena, Azusa, Rancho, it's all
There you
right
go.
there.
Yeah.
I'm being real.
City
Like,
of Roses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He was out the
hey,
way.
City of
Cucamonga
Roses, shout out.
cracker
You feel me? Hey,
He just said they smell like boo boo, so I'm just confused.
Right. Cucamonga cracker killers.
you know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing. 'Cause that's a net. Keon said a net for me.
All right.
To the whole franchise.
All right, so we're gonna
Bad
look forward to
Boys for
seeing
life.
that. Outkast is reunited at Andre
Woo!
3000's
Thank you,
concert
finally.
recently.
That's
Now,
gonna be $1,000 for the blood nosebleeds.
well, the thing is, they just was together. They hadn't been together in a long time.
Yeah,
so
that-
Where were they? Where was it?
That's
So-
a step closer.
Yeah, so it's a step closer. So that's my next question. Are we a step closer to the album? That's all I want to know.
I hope so. I hope so.
Hey, Big Boy looked so excited to see Andre that I was
did,
just
low-key.
like,
I'm weak.
He looked like he was kind of fanning
He
out.
said, "Mama Bunny, Mama."
He missed his bro.
Yeah.
so
Low-key.
I definitely think that hopefully we get something. I know Andre's been saying that he wanted to rap again and wanted to do some
Really?
stuff.
He gonna be playing
I
the
remember
flute.
seeing that somewhere
He gonna be
in
playing
the
the
vlogs.
Please
He gonna
don't
be
play
fluting while Big Boy rapping over the
Rapping.
flute.
There
And
we
that's
go.
fine with me because I'm a
I
jam.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but you know,
Yeah.
can
You
He
know what I'm
gonna be
saying?
on the production.
We
for
gonna hear
sure.
some
We
owls in the
want
background,
lyrics.
everything.
Andre, we want
He's
lyrics,
gonna
bro.
give us lyrics, but he's also gonna give us that. It's the flute gonna be in the
Well,
production.
he
I ain't
gave us
gonna lie.
lyrics on Killer
I'll
Mike
take
stuff.
skits. I like they skits.
I just love them both. I love all things
Yeah.
Outkast.
If Andre don't
and I'm
wanna
here
rap,
for it.
I'll take a skit. Let
Just
Big
dro-
Boy rap. Do the skit.
Drop
Just
some more
give us
shirts.
something.
The with the O with the wings. Drop some more merch. I just want
give
some
us
When
merch.
they did that, what was that called? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. 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 That was like a
Spondiosis.
skit. Spodioti, Dopalicious Angels.
Yeah.
Man, I'll take that skit over a lot of rap songs.
See, Andre could just do the flute like that, and then Big Boy
Got
can just
sliced
pop his
up.
shit.
Damn.
Outkast.
Feel me? You feel me? I was in Arkansas going to see the movie ATL when I was listening. I remember listening to that.
I love it.
Three holes in your forehead like a bubble, big boy.
Three holes in your head like a bowling ball, big boy.
Uh,
So you're shaking like a stripper, boy. Tighten up.
Cardi B releases a new song,
Cardi.
like What Freestyle. Are we getting closer to an album? Notice I just want to hear the albums. Are we getting closer to an album?
Hey, does Cardi write her own stuff?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I think
Here we go.
I think it's a mixture.
Because it's dope because she captures dudes and females.
Yeah,
To me, to capture dudes, you probably got a dude writer.
probably so. I can see it. But I mean,
Because
most people in the industry now have like
City
a team.
Girls and what's the name? Red.
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. Like when you hear her music, like I said this before, when you see it in the club, when you in the club and it comes on, the beats is cracking.
Miles, you
But
been to the club?
all the
Miles?
dudes stopped dancing. Everybody kind of like, except for certain women, you know.
When who
You
songs
been to
come
the
on?
club, Miles?
I don't, I got, family entertainment. You know what I mean?
So you saying?
So you
so
been in
you-
them clubs?
Keon, why you throwing nets out for me? Man?
So you saying?
go.
You always
Pause.
trying to
You
catch
saying
me
the
up.
dudes not dancing the sexy?
Yeah, I
red
go to the
and
club
City
every
Girl?
now and then. I mean, damn.
You saying them dudes are not dancing the sexy red and City Girls,
Yeah, I see the whole level kind of drop a little bit.
but they dancing to Cardi?
I think they're freaking more.
Her
They
last
freaking women
album
more than
wasn't
Cardi.
number
You know?
one at all. Like
What was it called?
I just feel like Offset is kind
Privacy?
of like ruining her career.
You think so?
Yes,
Whoa.
absolutely. He's
Offs-
holding her back.
Offset wants her to
Not
drop
doing
the album.
sales
He actually
anymore.
directed her
Offset
video.
is holding her back.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Why
so,
is this?
Just the image wise, like it's hasn't been the same with her.
would you say the
It's
focus is off?
affecting her mental.
Yeah.
I think anybody though. I think honestly,
they
I
were
wouldn't even
married.
just say Offset, but we hear that too commonly. Where if you notice, like I hear other people say that too. Like when they're single, you always have, of course, more attraction than when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm
'Cause you're
saying?
available.
It's like let's just say like even when you look at the Michael B. Jordan, like there's some people who do
I
like
can
couples,
still get her.
but then it's like for
she
women. I
married?
think it's just different. Like Nicki
You think
Minaj.
that's
Like
still
if
a
you think
thing?
about it, like Nicki
Yeah,
was
and-
more popping before she got with this dude too. Like I
True.
just think I just think relationships sometimes. That's why some labels always be like no relationships.
And the management has to do a lot of things because I can't speak on it a lot. I don't want to, get canceled. But I mean,
That's the time we in.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I mean, people think she's popping, she's making all this money, but behind the scenes, the
It's
bad
that red.
management,
It's that red.
she could be making more money. Like, why isn't she making enough? Because TikTok pays a lot of money. Snapchat, like, she has all the audience. One like she has like 1 million.
Yeah.
And it's like, where's all that money?
But I think that she's still popping though, because I just seen her doing now. She got her own lip line.
Who you
that she
talking
just
about?
put out,
Juice?
Cardi.
Yeah, exactly. Brand wise, but we're
I mean,
talking about
Music,
Musically,
because you gotta look at. All right, if I'm an artist, right? You have the main thing. The main thing is those bars. That gets you in the dough, right? Once you get in the dough, it's just like the mall. You got all these other businesses now. So my brand deals, my streams, my movies, my music. You got all these other
Endorsements.
avenues, right? So everything else may be getting money, but the main thing is what? Music, right? Unless you're going to shift all the way into something else. For example, Rihanna. Rihanna shifted all the way into makeup, right?
Man.
When she went to
and
makeup,
her
launched her
lingerie,
into
the lingerie line, the apparel, the clothing, all that stuff,
all of
right?
that.
She went to the Kardashians level.
But apparently she working on an album.
Allegedly. But how many times have we heard that?
But like you said,
Offset.
she
Offset.
shifted.
Ooh.
Correct, she shifted. Yep.
ASAP.
ASAP says it's coming. Paparazzi seen him
She probably just
somewhere,
being
and
a
he
mom.
said like
Yeah.
working on it.
When it come out,
I agree. I feel the same
we,
way.
we've heard tours and we've heard
Yeah.
the albums and
You're right.
I've
I
heard
think
people
they
worked
build
on
up.
it.
It's
You're
built. It's
right.
all for the hype.
It's been a long
You gotta
time
have some
though.
type of hype. You gotta let people anticipate you. They say
And she having
got-
babies, so
you-
you got to still stall her out there too.
You also gotta look at is it
still wanna
is it
have a
worth it
life.
to
yeah,
do?
she's being a mom.
That
You know what I'm
part.
saying? That's the part you gotta look at. Is it
She
worth
went
it to do?
They say
$9
yeah.
million all the way.
Which brings us to our next point.
Short visits make for long friendships.
So Rihanna performs in India for a couple. She makes between $8 and $9 million performing, right?
Wow, there was a prince
How
and a
much?
princess.
I between $8 and $9 million. So she didn't even have shoes on in the performance half of it.
She didn't have time to get them on. She had to get
Hey.
out there and get that bread.
For $8-9 million, and I know what type of show I'm about to bring. I might show up in my pajamas. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Call it the pajama party. It's
You
a
know what I'm
paja-
saying? I'm gonna be as comfortable as possible because for the money you just
We
gave
need
me,
to be able to do good.
If you
Fuck like the
paying,
country.
if
Right.
you paying me 8 or 9 M's, if my shoes are gonna make me late by a second,
yeah,
fuck them shoes.
yeah, we ain't wearing them.
Or maybe it was cultural.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
true,
what I was
true.
thinking.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Me
That's what
too.
I was
Yeah, maybe
thinking.
that.
You know, when in Rome.
Yeah,
And it could have been part of her act, like you know what I mean, part
They,
of
they,
being
they
sexy.
said
You
she
know,
did more than at the Super Bowl.
dang.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
they don't
the
even get
Super
paid
Bowl,
for the
you
Super
don't
Bowl.
even get
She
paid.
was the show.
And
Oh,
she
for
was-
sure, for
and
sure.
she was pregnant there.
Oh yeah, she was
far
in
as
that
the
she was in that
show.
jumpsuit.
Yeah.
But you know what? They got so much money over there.
It was like
All
nothing.
in
For
Literally,
them.
that's a drop in the bucket. That,
Yeah,
who you want to
that ain't
perform at the
nothing.
wedding?
That ain't nothing.
Hold on, let me make a phone call.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll send somebody to your front door
Right.
with a letter and a long list of stuff that we need you to
Right.
do.
You
Right,
see
a
what
writer.
Janet did?
A
Janet
writer.
went out there and got a baby. They made her money look like it was little.
Man. So next up we got Cam Newton. So recently Cam Newton got into a scuffle with a few gentlemen at a 7-on-7 football tournament. And in the video, it looks like Cam beats up all 3 people.
Yeah,
Oh my
because you're
God.
talking about a guy that's getting rushed by 260-pound men. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to a guy who gets paid millions
could
to
just flick-
dodge you?
Right.
He could flick
In the
their
video, he
ass.
had like one in the headlock. He's beating
And
another
his
one.
hat didn't move.
Hey, hat didn't come off. Clothes
No.
still clean.
No, and no, he wasn't out of breath.
I seen a video of Busta Rhymes and somebody getting into a
Oh
fight.
yeah, in the
Yeah,
club,
in the
in
club.
one nightclub. I
And
seen
how
that
did
as
that
well.
go? Was he out of breath?
Well,
I didn't follow up.
I don't
just
know.
saw
It just looked like he was like they was pushing somebody out their section and stuff
But
like
Cam
that.
that's
Newton, he
right.
talked
Yeah.
about
Saw
it
that.
afterwards. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And it was just about like, you know, just people woofing about where they from and
They fixed it in the
Yeah,
street.
they fixed it. It was some
Some straightening
Yeah.
went on.
Yeah,
Just a little bit of
but
straightening.
I'm not gonna rush a quarterback who gets paid millions to dodge you, to avoid you, and still be comfortable in the pocket.
right.
That's another level.
Any athlete that's 6'5", 6'6",
That's what I told my pops.
250, 260, you know, who lift houses and squat
Exactly.
tanks,
Lift houses
Who-
is crazy.
Right.
who get paid
Even
to
Tiger Wood, I heard, used to bench 315.
so it's people who run through people, jump
Dunk on
over people,
right?
Yeah, I'm stiff arm people who
Come on
300
now.
pound
Carrying
like
all that
you
weight.
gotta leave some people know somebody
Come
gotta give you
on
some
now.
sense.
Come on now, you rushing a quarterback.
Somebody.
And Cam ain't just a regular quarterback. He's a huge quarterback.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I just watched his combine yesterday.
How did he do?
Oh no! It wasn't how he do. It's how he looked. He looked like an action figure. If you see a picture of him at his combine, like he literally looks like an action figure.
Right.
Shout out to Cam. He got
yeah.
a baby on the way. Where
When
did
you
she
sit
have
down-
it yet?
I don't
When
know.
you sit down and your knees stick out further than this table,
I'm weak.
you got to be careful with a person like that.
Yeah, I feel like you know a person who notice knees.
Well, I mean, every interview that he's interviewing people, all you see is his knees way
yeah,
out here.
yeah, he's probably in like a small chair too.
Well, whether the chair is small or he is, whatever. Yeah, right. Star. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Hey, Star, we got to work on a pause button on this.
Yeah,
on this show, bro.
just for Miles. We need to have a counter of how many plausible things that Miles is saying.
We need a compilation video.
This is disgusting.
So before
You guys are ridiculous.
Before we get into our last segment, because I know we're talking about sports right now. Boo, did you have any?
It's that little stutter was, you
Hey,
ridiculous.
can we give Brian a shout out real quick though for that 40K you dropped? Too?
Well, hold on. Let me get to sports.
Oh,
first,
I thought we was in sports already. I'm sorry.
No,
Hold on.
we get into it right now.
Okay,
We get to it. My boy's
My
excited
bad.
over
No,
there.
Right.
don't forget the camera.
Nope.
We in relationships.
No, we're doing sports. So with Cam Newton,
Keon said that was some Texas authority.
well, I'm trying to get there, my boy. Anyway, speaking of Cam Newton in the combine is going on right now. We've seen some fast guys.
I was watching it earlier.
We got Xavier Worthy from Texas, ran a 4.21.
Was that the dreads?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, he had the fastest time in the 40 in combine history. We seen some of the D linemen run a 4.7. Some of the offensive linemen run sub 5.
A D lineman running a 4.7 is crazy.
Bro, just imagine
That's a mini rhino.
a refrigerator coming at you full speed.
That's a
Full.
mini hippopotamus
Double stacked at
with a
that.
helmet on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Double
So
stack, yes.
so I'm just definitely interested in seeing how that's going to look as we move forward.
You guys are-
And then to the point Juice was mentioning, LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
LeBron James.
So over the past couple of days, there was a game where LeBron surpassed 40,000 points
yes.
in his career. That's the most in NBA history.
Congrats, LeBron.
Yay.
So he's been playing
Congrats.
20 plus years.
But he's still
Wow.
not Jordan.
Wow.
I just want to throw that in.
Uh-oh.
I heard this,
Oh.
and
Talk
it
your
just
shit.
yeah, I'm so sick of hearing it.
Dang, Miles feels.
But I love LeBron. But
I just want y'all to know.
Let Jordan be Jordan or let Bron be Bron.
right,
All right.
right.
We're showing
Ma-
you some love right now.
Miles, you told me your favorite player was Ron Artest.
You know what? You can stop them. Them is Texas lies.
Not meta. Not meta.
He told me.
That's a Texas lie.
He told me Meta World Peace is your favorite player.
Man, you a
Meta
Texas
Miles.
lie.
All right, man.
Meta
I'm
Miles.
sorry.
I never told you
I'm
that.
sorry.
You know
I-
what? You
Texas
want
lie
to
is
know
crazy.
who? You know what? What?
A Texas lie is crazy.
Hey, right. You feel me? From Dallas to Houston. From
A
Austin,
long line. Look, a
from
long
Austin
line.
to Freeport.
Woo, Jesus. That's a
From
long
Freeport
line.
to Pasadena, Texas.
You said it was Dwight Howard?
Meta
I
Miles.
did not say that.
Oh.
Vu said I had Dwight Howard shoulders. I met Dwight Howard. I met Dwight Howard. I came out of Mel's Diner one day and we seen this
You say you
dude.
went on a date? Oh,
No,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
you
What is
see,
going
here
on,
we
Miles?
go.
Is
There's
getting
another
crazy.
Texas lie. Look, Dwight Howard. We was eating at Mel's Diner. We
So
came
y'all was
out-
eating together?
No.
Oh.
No.
Y'all knees
I was
touching
with
under
some
the table?
friends. Y'all need to cut it out. Y'all need to really chill out.
Cause he tall.
Y'all about to. I'm about to cancel
He
both of
said
y'all.
the knees be way
Stop
across.
doing that.
He said we was eating out, and that's why I asked the question.
You did say
You know
we was
what?
eating out.
Sorry.
Star, you need to cut a lot of this. Nah, for real. You need to cut a lot of this.
We live.
I'm sorry, Miles.
Live or
I'm
not.
sorry.
You need to lively cut it.
I'm sorry, Miles.
Go ahead, Miles. Finish.
your
I almost forgot what I was about to say.
LeBron
I forgot
James.
what I was gonna
LeBron
say.
James.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
LeBron James.
Y'all got me all discombobulated.
Oh, man.
You said I had Dwight Howard shoulders. That's all that's coming to my mind. What was I gonna say?
It's
Seen
okay.
him out of Mel's
So
Diner.
while
remember.
Miles is thinking about his
so
his
sad.
night
I had
with
such a
Dwight
good
Howard,
I had
Thinking
such
about
a good
males.
point. I didn't meet him. He was just standing outside in a limousine, in front of a limousine. We like, who is this tall black dude in front of a limousine? And didn't nobody go to the car? And I was like, what is going on? But we just walked to the car. And we was looking at Dwight Howard. It was like just a weird.
How long ago was this?
This had to be about
10 years.
10 years ago.
You know, you know why I knew. You know why I knew it had to be 10 years.
It had to be.
Because of the limo?
Who
Yeah,
said-
it was a limo. It
That's why I'm like, God, if
Got
that's
it a long
this
time
day.
ago.
was a long time ago.
We got
All right.
Uber Blacks now. We pulling
All
up in
right.
20
Escalade.
Suburbans.
Patty said, because
Party
of the
bus.
limo.
Yeah,
She knew.
limo.
All right, so
What was I going to say?
all right, so as we wrap up, please pray for the Warriors. I don't know if they're in a decline or what, but they got blown out by the Celtics. The score was 140
you
to
brought it
88.
back. That's what I was going to say.
What, Miles?
My favorite basketball player is not Meta World Peace. Shout out Meta, but it ain't him. is Kevin Garnett.
Oh, okay, G.
Okay.
That's my
G.
favorite basketball
All
player
right.
of all time.
Okay.
But I love Jordan. He's the best, but Kevin Garnett is my favorite.
All
Got it.
right, I got you.
Okay.
Shout out.
That score?
The score.
Yes. He
Yeah.
said.
Oh no, I was saying pray for the Warriors. They got blown out the other night by the Celtics, 140-88. At one point, I looked at the score. It was like 100 to like 50. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
140 to
Star, which
88.
game?
Yeah, it was one of Steph's worst games. It was I think it was a
Star.
52 or
Which camera
56
was mine?
like point
Yeah.
loss.
Steph said that he's like, we used to do that to them, and now we getting our, like, you know, they getting their return to them. So
Yeah, it's time to do something with the team. I don't think it's the coach. I think it's the team.
it's time to blow it up, man.
Pause.
Russell Wilson got released today by the Broncos. So
What happened?
Russell Wilson got released by the Broncos today.
Oh.
Yeah. So I wonder where he's gonna go next.
Really?
You know, him, Baby Future, Sierra, the other kids. They
That's
gotta
jacked up.
they gotta go somewhere else.
Well, they
gotta
just had a
involve-
baby too. They just
Yeah.
had
You
Sierra.
gotta do
Yeah.
that. Why you gotta do that?
Now don't trip because my boy got a whole check from the situation
yeah.
for dozens of millions.
What?
So
Oh, he could stop playing.
Yes.
Why keep running your body against another man like that?
His
crashing
wife got
into-
money.
God.
If you got to crash into yourself, if you got the
Oh,
choice
my
between
God.
crashing your body into another man every day and taking the millions and just going home, I'm taking the millions and going
To
home.
that beautiful wife of his. She is looking better and better each baby.
facts.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know how women get that age weight?
Yeah.
Her
Oh, that's
age
the
weight is
best.
coming in toned.
That
though.
grown woman weight.
Yeah.
That's what we was
nothing
talking about
like that
last
grown
time.
woman.
But it's not just the grown. It's toned grown women weight.
Yeah.
Her legs are
I
so
just wanna see
big
her
now,
dance.
Yeah.
but they are just. Damn.
So question for
she
y'all.
make you look
God.
good. She
That's
on
a-
baby number 4.
Oh,
And
my
she's
goodness.
making money.
Russell ain't, man. Russell's
you.
She
happy.
gaining that weight,
Thank
but
you.
that weight is toned weight, and her
Russell
legs
Wilson
are
is
thunder thigh-in. Okay.
So Russell Wilson, it just you know departed ways the Broncos. So where does he go next? Now a
To
team,
the Raiders.
a
To
team-
the Raiders.
Go home.
a team that's available
Rest.
I go home.
is the Atlanta Falcons. So can you see Russell going to the Falcons, home of future?
I can.
Sierra
low-key,
would love it.
but
See,
go to the
Atlanta-
Raiders. Raiders need something.
Will Atlanta accept him?
Yeah,
Because you
they
know
will.
future is everything in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, they would because they love.
Oh, wow.
But Sierra, that's
Sierra.
her home.
Sierra.
That's her hometown.
That would be.
That's gonna be a dope
toss-up.
little
Let
balance.
me tell you why this is
That's
gonna be a
a
problem.
toss-up.
Let me tell you why it's gonna
It's
be a
not gonna be
problem.
no problem.
Let me tell you why it's gonna be a problem.
It's a tough
Because
one.
if they go out, they're gonna play future. As soon as
But
they see
not-
him
But they not
at
going
the
out.
at the stadium, they're gonna play future as soon
They
as the
not.
game.
Did you see
Russell's
the
going
interview?
to the-
Listen, did y'all see the interview? They asked Russell what was his favorite Sierra videos, and one of the top 3 he picked was
It's Future's.
Body Party.
That's the dopest one song she's ever made. One of them.
He said when he saw her in that video,
He knew that was
He
his
was
wife.
done.
he knew that was his, and she was with Future at the time.
And he
Talk
didn't
about
give a
King
damn.
Petty.
He didn't give a damn.
He said that for
Manifesting.
that.
Hey,
Yeah,
Russell
he did.
Wilson, y'all.
He got a little sense
man,
of humor in there.
Yeah.
I think Russell Wilson is not like y'all think he is. I think Russell Wilson is a gangster in his own way. He's like a gangster that wears a
A
suit.
gentle giant.
He's like a gangster that
think
wears
so?
a suit.
Yeah.
A suit wearing
you
gangster.
can have that.
He's not like a thug. You feel me? He's like a thug with a suit on
Right.
that
All
knows
right.
how to talk
So,
and get the money and do a deal.
My last two things is gonna go to women's basketball for college. Shout out Caitlin Clark breaking Pistol Pete's record. It's been a long-standing record. She has the most points in basketball for men or women in collegiate sports. So shout out to Caitlin Clark. And then also she has declared for the WNBA next season. So shout out to that.
I guess
Next,
that's
Are they gonna
one thing
start
that will be
dunking more?
next.
all right. And so
Real-
lastly,
go ahead.
we
Joanna,
got
man.
South Carolina. Shout out to
Said
Coach.
dunking more, and they couldn't. He dunked in the movie. He didn't know that the women couldn't.
Miles.
Shout out Coach Don. South Carolina's 2 years in a row undefeated, regular season champs. So shout out to her as well.
I will say, will we be, before you go to the next segment, with us being in March now, you know what that means.
March Madness.
It's about to be March Madness. So, is any teams that you thinking that's going? Who you got? Who you got?
Well, hold on,
caught me
Patty.
off
Do you
guard.
follow sports a lot?
You caught me off.
So who your team? Who your NFL team? You got one?
The Chiefs.
Oh my god!
I know.
That's a bandwagon answer.
All right, and then what about basketball? What's your basketball
How
team?
long you been a Chiefs fan?
2 years.
2 days.
Yesterday.
2 days.
Not y'all both talked before, and you asked her, and
Years.
she said it yesterday.
When
she
was
didn't
it?
say anything.
What'd you say?
She said 2 years.
2 years.
She said 2 years.
2 years.
2
Yeah.
years.
She stood on it. She said 2 years.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll-
she
And
stood
then,
on it.
what's your basketball team?
Lakers.
Okay,
go.
cool. She cool with me anytime.
Right. That trumps the NFL team, so
Right,
that's fine.
because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Keon, who's your favorite football team?
Man, you already know. We going with the Miami Dolphins. I'm actually up for contract renewal.
You know why I know you lying, dude? Because I never met a Texan who don't like the Dallas Cowboys.
No, he don't.
Or a Dallas team.
If you knew how much hate I had in my heart.
Because you're
He
mad
is
at him. Because you're mad at him.
He is a Miami Rams.
He is a bandwagoner. If I
All right,
ever
hold on.
met
Let me
one.
explain to Patty.
He's a Los Angeles Dolphin.
Yeah,
Let
can
me
we
explain to
get
Pat. I'm
can
explaining
we
y'all
get the
too.
origin story?
So this will happen. All
He's
right.
a Los Angeles Dolphin.
So I had stopped watching football for a while because I played football, and you know when you stop playing, you kind of sad on the inside because you can't play anymore. So I had stopped watching it. Right,
That's the
everybody
reason why I
understands.
don't watch sports.
Okay, Miles. So basically, I started watching it. I
you
picked up
just
on the
gonna
Rams.
downplay my happiness?
So from 2019 on to last year, I was a Rams fan. I won a Super Bowl with them. I was in the parade. I was on the news.
You need to be cut off.
as
Somebody
a Rams
turn this
fan,
mic
right?
off.
Now, my favorite player is Jalen Ramsey.
Listen.
What did the Rams do?
listen
They
to
traded Jalen Ramsey to the Miami Dolphins. I looked at the trajectory of the Rams and what they
trajectory.
did. They traded all my players away. They traded my favorite player away. So we had a conversation, and it was a mutual agreement that we go separate ways. So as a fan, I left, and as an organization, they went to do their thing, and I went to Miami.
I have one question.
So,
Are you a Los Angeles Ralphin, or are you?
have
a
you ever been a Dallas Cowboy fan?
Or are you a Miami Dams?
So we rocking with Miami. Now I still treat the
But
Rams with a little love.
He
I treat
come
them like a
here with
side
Rams
chick.
merch
I mean, that's a
on.
different division, so you actually
Keon.
pretty good. You can
He's
go
still
ahead
been
and
wearing the
different
Rams merch
divisions.
though.
I just got one
I
question.
didn't buy jerseys. Had you know, I'm still gonna go to the games. I'm gonna check on them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all good over there? Y'all won?
Keon.
So when you go to a
Were
when you
you
go to a
ever-
game, you gonna sit on a 50?
For sure, I'm still gonna show love. I mean, I want to chip with them. I mean, you win something with somebody. Now, if I happen to win one with Miami, then
Now you stepdaddy to who?
I have a
shit.
question.
You know what I'm saying? I was married one time and then I got divorced, and now I'm married.
Keon, were you ever a Dallas fan?
Never in my life.
Damn.
Would never in my life.
What about a Houston Texans?
Never in my life. But shout out to D'Amico.
What
He
about
got it.
Longhorns?
I rock with them. If no other Texas teams
What
are in the
kind of
playoffs for
Texan are you?
college, then I rock with
What
them.
kind of Texan are you?
If you ever go to Texas, then you understand, my boy. You got people who rock with the home teams, and you got people who don't. I've been a Lakers fan my entire life. I was the only Lakers fan where
I
I
was gonna
lived.
say I got family in Dallas, and they don't even mess with the Mavericks. I wasn't more of a Mavericks fan than them. But
Yeah.
they don't mess the Mavericks. They mess the Lakers.
That is
A
wild.
Laker fan from birth from I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Just crazy.
Love it.
A Texan.
What you thought?
Yeah, right. Because me
Cause
being a
what
Cowboy.
else? Why for?
Anyway, so
You look like a Cowboy fan.
I don't
Oh, what does it look like?
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Look like this nigga right here.
He's sitting there quiet as fuck. Like, can I say something?
How did you pull me out the dark?
He said objection.
I just want y'all to know that
Shout out Tony.
if you like the Cowboys,
I know. Shout out to
It
Tony
it just lets me
Jones.
know it's
Shout out
you
to
are in
Tony
you're in a
Jones.
toxic relationship.
Wow.
No, you're too much.
You are committed to being hurt. You are committed to being let down. You are committed to loss.
Tony, you don't have to take this abuse on your own show.
Tone, let me tell you
In your
something.
absence.
Tone, we talked last week. He's a Dallas fan. I'm gonna give him his flowers because that's what you give dead things. Give him
Was
flowers.
that the Steelers? That's Boo
Dallas
team.
is
Boo love the
dead.
Steelers.
Did you hear what he just said?
Hey, look, I heard him. You just gotta let him rock out sometimes.
That
Boo,
was
Boo, you got
crazy,
another
though.
Steelers fan in the building. My boy, he is
Yeah,
a
Jam
diehard
Adore.
Steelers
Shout out
fan.
Jam Adore.
Yeah, that's
That's what I'm
Jam
talking
Adore
about.
in the
yeah.
building.
Shout out Black Force's Mike
Still a gang or
Tomlin.
don't bang. Yeah, Black Force gang.
Um,
That's when you know it came for business.
so before we get out of here, Miles Jones, you got any last words?
Yeah, there's no need to stress, about anything because stress doesn't help anything.
Facts.
So just
That's
accomplish, you know what I mean? And just if it don't go the way you want it to go, just take a deep breath and kind of just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Don't be upset because it's a lot of people in the same position that you're in, just in a different area of their life.
That's real.
It's better to have faith in God than to stress. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna stress about something, stress can't handle it. You have a better chance having faith in God.
Yeah. Boo, what you got? Any last words?
What With everything you do, leave it in God's hands, and eventually everything you do, you'll see God's hands in everything you do.
It's real.
Somebody told me that on a day that I was really going through it, and it resonated so well. I had to write it down. Yeah.
All right. Miss Patty PR, got something for the people?
No, I really like what they said, because I think a lot of people have lost their faith, and like, you know, so I feel like a lot of people need to see to believe.
Facts.
So I feel like, you know, I think the message here is like, even if you don't see, just do it or believe, so things can happen.
You gotta keep watering the flowers. They don't grow.
There's only one way to go. If you stay consistent, if you keep watering, it's only one way.
Yeah.
It'll go. You know what I mean? If you've been down too long, you can't get no lower. You can only go up.
Yeah.
Mr. Miles Jones. Miles got his hand up like this. He got his hand up.
I forgot that. Shout out to homie Thacho. Thacho, what's your Frenzy Shooters? Frenzy the Shooter.
Okay. And Patty, where can they find you on the socials?
Oh yeah. So my Instagram is Patty Torres PR.
Okay. Dope.
Hey, now we gonna go ahead and plug that too.
Yeah.
Patty Torres PR.
Before we get out of here, I just want to say a few things. Actually, it's not a lot at all. Shout out to Star. Shout out to Juice. Y'all been working hard.
Shout out.
Yeah, team.
Behind the scenes.
Shout out to everybody who's here today. I definitely appreciate y'all for coming, for pulling up.
Hey, shout out to
hanging
Keon.
out.
And Tony
Hey.
Jones.
Keon ain't been here for a minute. I'm happy to see you, brother.
I just want to share something with y'all. As y'all know, I've been hurt. I tore my Achilles and the day after my birthday, November 30th, I tore my Achilles. So during that time, I was casted up, sitting on the couch, and you just watching the world go by. You feel like, and you see everything's happening around you, and you start saying, "Dang, when I get better, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this." Because not being able to walk is crazy, and not being able to leave your house is even worse, right?
Yes.
Just imagine how you feel. To go from that to DJing Grammy events and traveling and doing tours, you go through a moment of being grateful, being thankful. So if you're in a situation right now where it's looking crazy, you're down, you're out, you're at that job where you may feel like it's not going up, keep watering your flowers, keep believing. Don't stress, even if I know if it's hard, like what Miles was saying, but just trust in yourself, bet on you, and watch how it changes. Take that risk. And that's the fix.
One more piece of advice. After tonight.
Hey,
What you got to say, Miles?
For real. After tonight. For real. After tonight.
Yeah.
Don't leave your girl
Around me.
True player for real. That's my nigga for real.
Hell nah. And that's the fix.
The mother loving fix.